soon as you try to close your hands, you start reading in your brain, in your mind, Allahu la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum al-kursi, until your tongue is released, and you continue reciting on loud voice and holding your hands and reciting until it's dead. What are the verses to be read over water for Ayn, Jinn, Sihr related issues? So these verses for Ayn, Jinn and Sihr, we use them all together. We don't make a difference because we prefer to make it all on the water, so it will be multi-purpose water. It is these papers here that I am expecting to be photocopied and given to everybody present here. What are the signs and symptoms of Ayn, Jinn and Sihr within the body? So I think we have talked about that sufficiently. Do you do Rukja in London? Yes, we do Rukja in our new Markaz center of Rukja, which is in East Ham, 133 Market Street. If yes, it is possible to know where please, and get any number to contact you. Well, the leaflets are going to be given if you don't have it. Does a woman can practice Rukja? Yes, a woman can practice Rukja. And we train women, and some women just do the hijama, only do the cupping, and we need women to do the cupping, and they also do the explanation of Rukja, of the treatment to the patients, and etc. And some go further on and do everything, read the Rukja, and do the diagnostic and everything, no problem. And some women also are jinn catchers, and some can pilot the jinn catchers, so they can read and bring the jinns and discuss with the jinns to make them embrace Islam. So women can do everything, no problem. Women can do everything, but some women just do the hijama, and we need those who just do the hijama. I wanted to tell you about this this ta'weez a lady gave me yesterday in the mosque after the lecture. And what is it? So it is all these squares, and you have Allah, Jibreel, Allah, Muhammad, Israfil, and you have Ali, and you have Ya Hafiz, and you have Uthman, Allah, Muhammad, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahman, Muhammad, and you have Ya Badduh, Ya Badduh, Ya Badduh. You know Badduh? No one knows Badduh. So Badduh is a jinn. Badduh is a jinn. You see, you have all those names of Allah and Muhammad and Abu Bakr and Jibreel and Azrael and all that stuff, and you have Ya Badduh. But there's a funny thing about it. When you have Allah, you don't have Ya Allah. Ar-Rahman, you don't have Ya Rahman. You only have Ya Badduh and Ya Hafiz. Only Hafiz and Badduh have Ya. You see? And that's quite surprising, because you write Allah, but you don't say Ya Allah. And you write Muhammad, well, you don't need to say Ya Muhammad and all that. But it's only Badduh that you say Ya Badduh, and Hafiz that you say Ya Hafiz. Well, Hafiz is protector. It is the name of Allah, but others also have the name of Hafiz. And we met many jinns that are called Hafiz. And we know the jinns called Badduh. So you see how it is shirk and kufr? Evidence. It is evident. And once we had a square like this, it was plenty of names of Allah and Sahaba and angels, but in the middle there's one name different. That was not name of any angel, of any Sahabi, not name of Allah. And we got the jinn that had that name. And I asked, what does this mean? He told me that means that he is over all those ones. You see? So this is to show you how this thing is kufr and shirk and bringing jinns, etc. May Allah Ta'ala prevent us. Okay, I think I have finished, so is there any more questions? Yes?
Do you have a center in Bangladesh?
No. I don't have a center in Bangladesh. Well, I have a center in Australia, and my guy in Australia, he went to Indonesia, and he established a center there. So that's all I have.
Do you have center in India?
No center in India, no center in Pakistan, no center in Bangladesh. And this is the first time we come in London. So most of the time I've been working in French-speaking communities. And this is the first, no, it's not the first time. I've been to Nigeria as an English-speaking community. I've also been to Gambia, and this is the first time in England. And alhamdulillah, we're hoping that through here, we will reach many more places in the world. Yes?
People who have difficulty praying salah or worshiping, can that be a reason as well?
Well, if someone has difficulty praying salah and worshipping, well, when someone has sihr and jinns and ayn, it will weaken him, weaken his will.
What if they don't pray at all? Is that just lack of iman?
Yeah, it is lack of iman. Because even if someone, for example, yesterday, I had a patient and she was feeling like boiling, but she was controlling herself. And I was explaining, she was with her husband, that is a kind of sihr they make and they put it to boil. And the person starts boiling until he explodes. And I said, really, your wife is controlling herself, otherwise she will be breaking plates and breaking things. It's not. It is something that you can't just stay still with it. But she's really controlling herself. And she said, yes, I want to break plates and break glasses, but I'm controlling myself. So that is to show you that people react differently. I mean, the same sihr will affect more other people because they can't control themselves and they're not used to control themselves and they're used to do what they want, you see, and they don't have that much fear of Allah Ta'ala, so it will affect them differently. So if someone is not praying, he's partly responsible, that's for sure, because another one will be praying and suffering, but struggling to pray, and another will just stop praying. He said, no, this is too difficult, but he's not that much interested in praying himself already. So there's a part of the person, and the jinn also will push the person to leave prayer and ibadah. Yes?
When you are recurring dreams like you're either driving a motor vehicle or something and you're trying to stop it and the brake seems to fail and it seems to come back every now and then, you see it maybe once a month, or like you're driving a motor car or something and you're colliding, you're going to collide with somebody, but you're starting to hit the brake and the brake never works.
Yeah.
It seems like a repeating dream.
Repeating dream of cars and accidents and brakes not working, dangerous situation. That means they did sihr with your footsteps. When they do sihr to you, most of the time you get a dream on spot. They done sihr to you. Next time you sleep, you see that, because it is a spiritual attack. And when you go to sleep, you see that thing attacking you. Then, if they do the sihr again and again and again, you'll be every time seeing that dream again, or similar dreams. And if they don't do it again, you might not see that dream anymore, and you might see that dream from time to time again. You see? And sometimes the sihr is made and is renewed. For example, someone can take your birth date, and every time it is your birthday, he will do sihr to you. That will be your present for every year. I mean, they can take every time the new moon will come, they will do sihr. It is possible. He can pay a sorcerer do it for 10 times every new moon or something like that. So and then it will come back again. Yes.
Sheikh, what about if you don't see any dreams? And also, is it possible to, like if someone gave you sihr, or done sihr on you, can you trigger that in your subconscious back? Because I used the Yemeni Sheikh, and one time they gave me a thing, I can't remember what it's called, I looked it up, and it almost makes you feel like you're dying. It does give you the diarrhea and stuff like that. Harama.
Yeah.
And he said if you see somebody in your dream, it could be the person that gave you the
yeah, if you see someone in the dream, it could be the person that made you sihr. Now, it could also not be. And the person who's making sihr to you can come in your dream in the shape of someone else. So whatever the person you see in the dream, you must kill him in the dream. And I would advise you not to bring the sihr, the spiritual or mystic problems into real life. If you do see the person making sihr in your dream, don't go shouting, you did sihr to me, this and that. Just kill him in your dream and let things go. And don't say anything to anyone. Because you can't be sure anyway, and you can't prove it. So if you say it, you are making a sin.
The person I saw, it was impossible. It was a
yes, yes.
You know, someone reads a center and they feel sick and start having bad headaches at that time. What does that mean?
You drank sana, you got sick, and you're having bad headaches. That means, that means the sihr and jinns related to the sihr you have eaten. It has either the sihr has gone into your body all the way to your brain, or the sihr that is related to that sihr, the jinn that is related to that sihr has gone into your brain, and when you're removing the sana, it is dragging him out, and that is giving you the pains in your head. So you must just continue the sana. Also try to make hijama for your head and wash again and again your head to treat both sides. Yes?
You know, we hear of certain practices back home, for example, and people, they seek help sometimes through un-Islamic means, sometimes through people who are not even Muslims, but they are able to identify the sihr and treat it. Is that valid? Is that a valid treatment? And are they actually cured from those if they go through those methods?
Okay, so I'm going to give you an example. I met a traditional healer in Africa, and he was married with a jinniya, and he lived in marriage with her for 20 years, and he was curing people. And his story started that he was a normal guy, and he started dreaming of a woman that coming closer and closer to him in his dreams. And they went to see a woman that was a seer, and she told him that this girl, this jinniya wants to marry you, and these jinn people, it's a jinn community, they want to marry you with their daughter and this and that. So you must make a celebration, and you must give her mahr, and you must kill some sheep and everything, and do a proper marriage. So he did it all, because those people, they think that if you have a jinniya, if you have an alliance related to jinns, that is being very rich and very powerful. Oh, it's like, mashallah, having a US passport or I don't know what. So that's what they did. And he will be living in daytime with humans, and when he falls asleep, he will go in the jinn's world, he will be married with her, and then he got to know his in-laws, and they take him around in their world, and he learns how to fly with them, and to fight with them, and to all that. And then he starts having children with her, and then they start teaching him to see things, to see through stones, coris. I don't know if you know, there's this kind of stones like beach, how do you say? Coris, yeah, coris. They throw them, they come in his dream and they throw, they say, look, he said, I'm not seeing anything. He said, look, that one is bent, that one is going that way, that one's like that, that one's on, that means his things are not working, that means there's this and that, and he starts understanding it. And he starts reading, so now he can, anybody comes, he will throw those stones and he will understand all the problems of the person. And then people come and he understands their problems, and they give him the treatment in the dream. They say, so that guy who came, he must take such herb and boil it with this and mix it with that and drink it such day and do it such matter, and he does it and it works. And it works, and people get cured, and he gets his wage, his money, and jinns ask for sacrifice in exchange of this service they are doing, and it's working. So now it is shirk. It is shirk, this sacrifice for jinn. It is also yani kahana, means seeing this thing, but the treatment in itself is halal. All the treatments are just natural products. It is just that in order to reach that treatment, you know the disease by seeing, and you get the treatment by jinns, and they will give you that treatment in exchange of sacrifices that are shirk. So after 20 years doing that, so his Islamic belief, and he came back, and he understood that all this is shirk, and he left it all. And the jinns didn't want to leave him because it is a big business for them. But he fought them with Quran until they let him go, and that was it. So and by that time, now that he's out of all the shirk, he can diagnose the problems of people without using his qoris, because he understands. And you just have to say your problems, he will understand it, and do a logical diagnostic like what we are doing. And he can give you the treatment without asking jinns, because he's got 20 years of experience in that field, you see? So now the same remedy can be used. The remedy in itself is halal. It is the way to reach it that is haram. So this is how you can get treatment by a non-Muslim, and it can work, and you can get cured, but you will be making shirk. Most of the time you will be making shirk. The method is shirk. Now, it could be that the knowledge is there, and they're using the knowledge, and there's no more shirk. That's what Rasulullah ﷺ said So the people making ruqya before Islam, when he came to Medina and they said, "You are making ruqya, can we continue?" He said, "You can treat people, but don't do shirk." So all the methods you learned in Jahiliyyah, and that's how working, you can continue using the methods, but just don't do any shirk. Yeah.
How about you forget the things a lot, and even you drink, you come out and wear it?
So if you forget things a lot and you forget even your dreams, so you just do treatment for that and you make hijab on your head. And if there is a psychological issue to that, because when someone has been suffering too much, that could lead to that situation too. Yes?
If the patient does come close to dress or something and she doesn't want to touch it, and if she does touch it, the jinn attacks her, what's the reason for it?
So, whenever the patient touches a cloth or something, the jinn attacks her. Well, I think this is the first time I hear about such a situation. I can't say. Maybe something.
No, jinn attacks